Assalamu alaikum mbokk yi, welcome back to the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel. Ne ko maa ngi bëggoon a panic. Suma computer bi amul lan la doon def. It was acting up. But anyways, welcome back to the Gambia Football Show. It's another Sunday, and it's time for the Gambia Football Show. A little bit late today, guys. We usually start around 2 o'clock, but I think it's now 2:30 ish in the Gambia. But yeah, finally we are here last week again, and we didn't go on a make, unfortunately, but we are back again. I'm here with my brother, Coach, Coach Nuyunala. No for them.
Sama Fenala, Mila de Lozier, you just watch why the news audience. Welcome again to yet another Sunday. The Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel, home of Gambia Football Show. Namon nañ leen nag.
I don't know what was going on. I'm rusty. It's been a while since since my talks more computer with Penny the record. And legally, so get just affair and they wanna fight things. And they wanna read 2 day a little moment alone. But anyways, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. This again on the top tail. It's the end of we just entered in August, and like we always do every month, we have the Jollof Football Bantaba Player of the Month and the Team of the Month. Of course, the local league has ended, so there is no. Of course, there's a Player of the Month in July, but that was announced some time ago because I think it ended like a couple of weeks into the end into July. So today, Indian said the nominees for the Jollof Football Bantaba Player of the Month, and also we will review the league season because fourth division, second division in the JFF leagues has been finally confirmed after all the playoffs has taken place. So then waxtaan ci loolu noonu. Then also laal si foreign based players yi gis neen players are making movements, and last week there was a lot of Gambian players very much involved in action, especially the Champions League qualifiers, the Europa League qualifiers, the European Conference League qualifiers. A lot of Gambian players are involved in it, and some interesting transfers happen over the course of the week. So we will touch on all those topics, and hopefully maybe if you have any other topic to discuss. Coach, xam naa ne yaa ngi busy yow moom sa busy du dee jeex because of jógee si league season yaa ngi enter into a nawetaan season, and how is it going? How is the preparations for the nawetaan going in your area?
Sama so far so good. Nañu alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Nekk ne jeexal nañ yëpp playoff rek a des léegi. Conférence jeexal léegi playoff rek a des. 4 teams ñoo ko make to the playoffs. Understand nga? So last year Bundas ñu ngi leen a xamee si Sanchaba Bundas de Sanchaba ñoom ñoo relégué toon Dahaba Zamzam ak Faro Academy ñoo relégué toon. So this time around ñoom ñooy play playoffs yi against dañu defoon different clusters against different teams. am na team bu jógee Bakote layout ñoom ñooy play against Dahaba ñii nii nu mu tuddati sax Invincible ñoom ñooy play against Faragoff because ñoo tax Manjai cluster lañ nekk rasaka waaw. Anyway si moom fi nga di leen daal du fi jógee waaye pour leeral rek ne Manjai moom fi mu nekk nii moom probably next week nañ play suñu players because of park lañ ko dañ bëgg use park because suñu conférence bi doon play si Bakote lañ ko doon play Bakote school ak Bakote Mboyo field ñaari field lañ doon use because suñu park lañ ko doon defar ak problème Manjai ba xamu doon tamit so dañ tëjoon park bi what I'm taking to right now park even nañ ko ñu dog nañ ñaxi rasta so probably tomorrow dañoo ñëw indi compact field bi level ko field bi level rasta then ñu bàyyi ko benn 3-4 days su près ñu dogaat rule line bi so most likely daal bu ñoo dugal ni daal probably daal suñ plan daal mooy Thursday if possible pour ñu play suñ knockout Thursday Friday Saturday Sunday loolu mooy plan bi di following week ñu play suñ World Cup bi but dafa des liggéey tamit kan moo hand over caabi bi waaw foofu leen tolloon tam Manjai bu nekk moom we are just waiting for the approval of the contractor, then you know start suñu nawetaan.
mais ko you guys are ahead of the curve daal yéen a ngi progress. That's wonderful to hear. Issues yu nekkoon ak yooyu noonu yëpp it has been settled. Hopefully we will have another wonderful nawetaan season, because we know nawetaan is the, even though we are here talking about Gambia football, the leagues and all that, but we all know nawetaan foofu la ambiance Gambian football bi yëpp nekka. So it's something that we always look forward to. So wishing you guys a good nawetaan season. And also maa ngi gis sa guy Felix ak sa mbokk yi Banjul, maa ngi gis président bi mu ngi leen dugalal dara de pour gars am pitch seen pitch bi. Yow loolu du fa demee loo si dégg. I have not really delved into it, but gis naa news bi, rumors baa ngee dem, of course postuma ko ak all that, but gis naa news bi ne président bi dugal na si loxoom daal Banjul daal pour gars am pitch.
waaw loolu moom loolu am la nekkul sax lu ñoo lam la lu am la understand nga. And this is not the first of its kind. I can remember, I think that was in 2011 or 2010. Yeah, jame me na guy halis. So committee bi ñoom ñu amoon benn amount benn somme. Yeah, jame jox gay extra somme. So la gay defal field bi. Understand before JFB bu ñoo ñëwaat di intervenir. Bu fa ñu ko nekk first of it. Understand bi nga xam ne ñun ñu fa njëkk a win nawetaan knockout ñu njëkk a win knockout tournament. Losa United. Waa record ba léegi mu fa bu bañ a amee tof ñun ñu ko njëkk a win knockout nawetaan. So loolu waaw ñu ko njëkk a win knockout understand nga sa waay moo score five daal yow. Moo score ko xam ne du score moo score outside shot dafa mënut a célébrer dafa freeze mënut a célébrer final kóolam bi wala du score.
So kañ la nga expect pour am loolu noonu pitch boobu noonu.
Well maa ngi doon ko président Modou Moussa, but it seems like dafa dem out of town because dama laajte naa benn ex member about his whereabout mooy dafa dem Sénégal dafa am emergency lu mu doon tawatee foofu la nekk mu tax mënuma ko am. xam naa su ñëwee dañ si gën a mën a waxtaan dañ si gën a yaatal understand waaye it's good Tamba it's good because Chama in reality Banjul deserves more. Banjul deserves more. Banjul is our capital. Understand? Banjul is where we came from. Understand? If Holy Banjul is dying down, and one aspect of it, does it play part? Poor pitch. Does it play part? Understand? And the other thing, Banjul was united before. Tambu, don't have Banjul Sports Committee and Banjul Regional Football Association. They have come committee. They were all working together, hand in glove. The same committee is nearly the same committee is RFA. But for some reason, division of arm. Understand? Same day together, the fairness. Understand? Council tamit, then you have responsibility. Understand? Who president muna contribute, you know that talk. Council take table. Understand? Then you get politics aside, sir. Let's move politics aside. But you are the mayor of Banjul. Understand? Banjul is your city. So you okay with like city development in Banjul. Understand? How many ojo but simon magis. Bu problem gis ne mo joxe. Understand? Te Banjul ya nga joy yefi feel nu mel. Understand? Because luma dego ne council dañu indi something, JFB indi something, sports committee indi something. So I'm gonna look at it because one time I'm more details about what transpired. But how many that don't do it something. Through Gambo was not director of Gambo, Smogoro Omar Gay, is now Montavit, Montasity Tavit, is now Suma Datavit, Dingaret, Ibundur, Agmuru Musa, no matter like this. Understand? So after now called Duru Jango, Moses Secretary, Mogina Amrulet from him. Understand? But right now, this president doing something that is supposed to put at the result of and is long overdue. Understand? The land of which I'm born was more full banjo law hammer the Fanica de Corre Moy. I'm not a small head like Nam no Mamere by Mandamara or Lumora. Banjo are a favorite. They have to step up, understand more in terms of banjo football. Banjul team si Banjul léegi kenn rek moo fa des ren si third division si ligue mooy Banjul United relégué ko mu ne second division waa Banjul they are back to the third division Young Africans ñu ngi third division Ports Walidaan Real de Banjul nekkatuñ team Banjul only Banjul United ñoo fa nekk léegi te Banjul ñu ngi am third division for the past years team su qualifié third division Banjul bi yëpp team yi Kombo lañ last time bi this year ñoo qualifié ñoo fa génn Ali Sow team yi baa côté la last time ñen ñoo fa génn Young Africans waaw mu ne woo team Banjul la sax waaye gars yi Medina ñoo fa bëri woon te ñoom mënuñu ko war a meg Medina foofu lañ éegee TMT foofu lañ éegee Medina airport lañ nekk TMT fu mu nekk amu ko understand so loolu dañ ko war a seetaat vrai Banjul réew boo xam ne Banjul war naa mun a am 24 teams Banjul war na mun a am teams ak West Coast loolu it's not normal caama Banjul lu mu dawee Banjul amatul nit mu war a génn 24 teams xam nga loolu mégu benn sens te Banjul 9 wards moo fa nekk football suñ bëggee mu dox biir Banjul nañ wàññi team si nañ ko delloo gox yi man loolu laa gis because pour koñ am team ko Banjul ne ko furé koñ na am si nawetaan waaye bu ne ko su third division nañ ko jox gox yi Banjul am na 9 ward bu nekk mu am team am ñoom nine team league play double round caama at least ku nekk di nga mën a loolu ñaata games la ku nekk di nga mën a play 16 games I think loolu mënoon gën waaye ni ko ko taxee dafa difficult de Banjul football is dying down de definitely te loolu dafa ñaaw trop
dafa ñaaw wax dëgg ne yàlla yeah over the week tabit we had another tragic news or a sad news former JFF president and suñ neighbor Uncle Gabi moom tamit génn àdduna maa ngi gis news bi it was very sad he was of course xam nga moom suñ neighbor la it's just about 50 meters away from fuñ dëkka ak yooyu noonu so yàlla ko yàlla yërëm xaare ko ajana bu gën a ko ci ajana yi moom tamit xam nga def na wàllam si football yi Gambia ci what can you say or like send your condolences to Uncle Gabi.
Sama dama ne inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un di ko jàlle Gambia yëpp di ko jàlle suma ndigaay Kemo Koli because mu ngi seet doomam Ndeye Yacine Kemo am na jàng xam Kemo suma rek mooy suma caari ñoom yaay la same that moo suma mère moom tamit ñu ngi ko jàlle bu baax a baax Caama Uncle Gabi dinaa si sawar a wax parce que ñun dañ judu dégga xale dégga ko understand nga mag dégga ko dem ba jëflante ak moom Caama waaw moom si dégga man maa si fen waaye ni su defee lu baax tamit foog naa su génnee am nañ ko war a wax moom nag bëggutoon ñu wax ko waaye tey laa ko first day moo ko te platform laa ko wooyee bu ñu organise awards night bi Gambia Football Players Awards night bi ñu ko organise
I can remember
trophy bu moo jógee Angleterre lañ ko order mu ñëw dañ ko GP bi mu ñu cost $10,000 lam ñu cost pour mu jógee Angleterre mu ñëw Gambia it's around 10,000 almost 11,000 ñoom seete Uncle Gabi kera bu nekk Fajara man suñ force bay si Pape kii nii Pape waaw ak Pape moo nekk tënk ñu seen capitaine bi ak Chama moom tamit mu doon play Young Africans ñu ñita moo ko head of logistics ñu ànd dem si kër Uncle Gabi mu ekkati $13,000 la teg suñu loxo mu ngi 11,000 bi 10,000 plus fay leen ko pour trophy lu des ngeen fay ko pass waaye mu ne nag xam nga man mag la tey retire naa si football Gambia te dama bañ moo tudd di génn ñu ngi Uncle Gabi mu ngi jéem a sobote aw mu ngi dugg si suñu football mu ak Gambia bu ñu just qualifié si AFCON bi suñu first AFCON bi si la loolu xapoon so xam nga dafa ne daal bu ko xam ko waaye tamit nit ki su génne àdduna am na sax mu def lu baax te tamit yoon bi dafa ne nit su dee dañ koo seedal lu baax su dee xam loolu daal lu baax si moom nga bañ a wax waaye man seere naa loo xam ne jëflante naa ko ak moom loolu jëflante ko ñun jëflante nañ ko ak moom understand muy lu rafet te ba tey kenn dégg ko te xam naa ne su ko wutoon tey kenn du ko yëg so moo tax loolu tamit fu mu ko ñëpp dee ko because gënoon na si football Gambia waaye loxo mënoon dugg si football Gambia understand nga bokk na si ñi nga xam ne ñoo form ports xam nga lu bëri Gambia tey góor projet bi nga dégg ni tey si moom taxawaayam lañ amee lañ acquire land bi understand nga ba tey mu nekk njëriñ ñu ko njëriñoo so a big icon Gambia understand nga a big monument Gambian football Gambia but again it takes me to what we were saying 2 weeks ago Chama or 3 weeks ago saying ko fi doon wax we should have a museum understand nga su fekkee dafa nekk stadium bi or si JFF house bi sax there should be a museum understand all these people what they've done understand nga mu nekk fa because soo demee JFF soo demee JFF house bi si corridor bi si suuf di nga gis former président yi ñu ngi fa ak seen nataal understand nga wala seen monde ban at lañ fa nekk waaye am loo in detail understand nga te JFF seen website bi waroon na fa mën a nekk all the past presidents at bi nga ak sa achievements understand nga it has to be there these people because ñu bari tey yëg nañu Uncle Gabi dee waaye xale yi tey xamuñ ko suñu rakay suñu jabar they don't know him understand nga te kii dafa taxawal fu nekk ñoom Uncle Gabi ñoom Fisco Konaté understand nga ñoom Ousseynou Ndiaye ñooñu bu ñoo nekk si football Gambia lii amutoon understand nga lii amutoon dëgg la Uncle Gabi sax moom moo tombee moom si tayoon la xaalis doo football doo Gambia doo di am xaalis si tayoon la Gambia doo di am subvention from ay CAF ay FIFA moom si teñoom la jëkk a commencé understand waaye bu fa loolu yëpp ñoom seen un xaalis ñaan dugal si football understand nga so ñooñu dañuy war a sëri wala leen sagal understand nga am nga so man daal loolu laa si mën a wax daal waaye di la yàlla ko yàlla xare ajana waaye xam nañu daal a big monument in Gambian football dem na understand nga di ko jaral Gambia bi ak famille ak di ko jaral ak suñu dëgg Ablaye Socé di ko jaale
definitely
di la ko jaale tamit Thiamo yow tamit di la ko jaale sax parce que yow tamit comme ni ko waxee rek yéen ñaar danaka yéen a déggante so soo tawee sa kër nga gis këram soo tawee sa këram dina gis sa kër so démb rek raw naa sa buntu kër mu de sax ma raw sa buntu kër xoolal kër Uncle Gabi de sax àdduna ngi nii rek
dafa daw yaram ko yàlla yërëm xare ko àjjana he's an icon in Gambian football xam nga comme na ko waxee time boobu noonu we don't know like there was like man I knew that time understand nga kii mooy président but at that time football noo ko waxee lii yëpp amutoon doo dee xam lan la ñu nekk di def ak yooyu noonu but to be honest he's an icon in Gambian football and may ko fu mu dem daal yàlla ko gënal fu mu jógee inshallah loolu la ko ñaanal
amiin
ba pare ñu jaala a couple of things maa ngi gis Tidiane Jaite Academy bi they were in Norway they won the Norway Cup on the 15 bi so congratulations to that team ba pare tamit di dookale youth su dem Algeria or Morocco for the youth African Olympics on the school athletics and they are doing really well. They have some gold medals. I think it was basketball. They won the gold medal. Athletics, 100 meters. They won the gold medal, and there were a lot of silver medals and bronze. So you can talk about guy. Didn't gacha galama. Ak suma koto bi. Tay mo nek si Olympic president bi by Dudu. Di ko ndokale momi. Wow, guy they have started very well. Hopefully they can keep up this momentum and then take the Gambian athletics and Gambian sports in general to a new height. So congratulations to the team that is there. But now let's move on to our topic regular, our topic propers. We will start with the Jollof Football Bantaba August Player of the Month nominees. Falu Cham, Hellas Verona. Agiu will always bring me some Gambian names. You have man here musuma leen a dégga moom tam keneen ku current la so thank you again for that name it's not somebody I know te ko suma doom baay la Caam xam nga Caam moom soo ko yëgee rek ne kontaan ma ne ko amul moo def
munuma wax seen lu bari wax yéen suma ay goro ngeen so xaaral ma noppi rek
baadu ba léegi kala dégg waaw suma waaj tamit mi ngi si comment ci Kaaba moom tamit team mi was in the Norway Cup they finished runner up because Norway Cup there is a lot of categories I don't really get how naka la leen doxee but they finished second and got the silver medal so congratulations to Kaaba's team Kaaba Langley in Norway congrats mu ngi comment ci Instagram bi pour ma laa nuyu ma ne ko gëj nañoo déggoo waaye neen déggoo incha allah yeah
ma ne ko bro nuyu nañ la bro suma waaji borom li tey
merci beaucoup mu ne ko kiba
dafa mun
waaw ci kon ñu jàlla ñu dem si Jollof Football Bantaba player of the month nominees I will just bring them up and then say a thing or two about them and then take your thoughts on it. These 4 players, as we always do every month, we have a list of 4 players for the Gambian professional players for the player of the month. I'm going to just bring more visibility and then more awareness of Gambian footballers around the world, how they are doing. I think this is the little thing we can do to bring more awareness about Gambian players, how they are doing. And then, so I said, we also do it the same in the local league, with the collaboration with Space TV to cover the best players that are performing in that particular month. So I'm going to every month at the end of the year, at least people will get an idea who are the Gambian players who are doing well, and this is what we want to know. And in the month of July rather, these were the 4 players we nominated. Babukar Gay, who's coming back from a long-term injury, and then he has been doing really well with his new club in Macedonia, not Macedonia. Lamin Koli of Puskas Academy, he started the season very well, flying. Then Asan Kor, who has just scored again for Paide. Major of Baby Abdullah Sise, Paide, Numnekon score at that rate. Asan Kor seems to take that momentum of Abdullah Sise. He just scored again. And then Sirif Sinyan, he also did wonderful during the month of July. Mukako off with that one fantastic goal in the Europa League qualifiers with his team going into extra time, scoring the winning goal. They winning the game 1-0. And then he has some other very good games during the month. If you look at Babakar Gay, his club is playing in the Champions League qualifiers. They have now progressed to the 3rd round. It's not the final round. The Champions League qualifier, you have the first 3 rounds and then you have the playoffs. So they are going into the 3rd round of the qualifiers. If they win that one, they will go to the playoffs, which has been good. And he has been ever present for them. They have not lost a single game since he joined them. They played 5 games in the month of July. They won 4 and they drew 1. And Babukar Gay kept a couple of clean sheets, make 14 saves. He only conceded 2 goals during that period and made some brilliant saves, important saves for them. Lamin Koli, like I say, he started the season very well, opened his account with a brace in the European Conference League qualifiers. He scored a brace. They lost that game, but he scored a brace, and then followed that up with another brace in the league. He scored another brace in his opening game of the league, so scoring 4 goals in 4 matches. The only caveat the only downside to his month was the final. His final action was a red card in the second qualifiers round in the European Conference League, but he started very well. Unfortunately, his club were out of the European Conference League. But personally, on a personal level, I think he was really good. And then Abdullah Kor, 6 games also. He also opened his account in Europe, scoring a brace, and then followed that up with a goal in the league for Paide. And then Sirif Sinyan, 5 games he played. He scored 1 goal, assisted 1, and then kept a couple of clean sheets for his club. He only lost 1 game in the month, but Sirif Sinyan has been an ever-present and put in some wonderful performance. I think he won a man of the match a couple of times in those 5 games as well. So these are your 4 nominees, guys. Like we always do, we will present the nominees, and you guys will make the votes in any of the Jollof Football Bantaba, platforms. Is it TikTok? Is it Facebook? Instagram? YouTube, anywhere, and then eventually the player with the most votes will win. It means you decide the winner. So never underestimate your vote. We really appreciate those who always take their time to cast a vote, even by voting or by commenting your vote, because this helps us to do it. It's a double team. It's a teamwork in a way. So, Chair, your thoughts on the nominees?
Chama, I think be dina tangare chama.
Mm-hmm.
Be dina saf. I hang on what bias.
Mm-hmm.
So man I'll go for Babakar Gay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go for Babakar Gay. The fact that in your own time jiro jige te ñona timam losing dina 5 game manyale clean sheet te timam ngi advance. Understand that? See Europa League B. Understand? But it's going to made 14 saves. So I think that's it's one data with Koli. He was doing wonders, 4 goals, 4 games, four goals. I think it's impressive. I thought quarter me likewise. Understand? Saves Nyata will know something with are good, but
Mm-hmm.
I hope to go for Babakar Gay.
Babugard Gay. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with you. If you look at the numbers as well at the level that he was playing in, I think he was up there. And like you say, uh, it's not even biased, but always then there's other guys strikers, midfielders, and defenders. There's the goalkeeper has never won it, so in that context too, considering he won the most number of games, he played the highest level, he didn't lost a single game compared to the other players. All the other players, you can say, okay, they lost this game. For example, Sirif Sinyan, he lost the Super Cup final with his club. And then you look at Core, they were eliminated in the European, Conference League qualifiers. You look at Lamin Koli, they were also eliminated in the Conference League qualifiers, as well as he got a red card. But you look at Baukat Gay, everything is going up, everything is positive. 4 wins, 1 draw. They progress into the next round of the European Champions League, and he's actually playing qualifiers for the Champions League, which is the higher tournament as well. So I don't think your choice is wrong, but again, we don't decide the winner. We just have one vote, like everybody. We will just cast in our vote, and then the player with the most vote eventually wins the player of the month. That's how we do it. I don't know if that's the best way, but at least to keep everybody engaged, I think that is a good method, because you never get these things perfectly right. So yeah, but we will post the winner during the course of the week, possibly on Monday or Tuesday, and of course look out for the team of the month as well. Just like we do with the player of the month, we also come up with an 11 of best performing Gambian players over the course of the month. So watch out for that. Yeah. Yeah. I think Kaba made a comment. Let me just look at Kaba's comment. Then we can move on to the next topic. Kaba is saying we were in the under 17 tournament. Teams that take first and second in the group qualify for A group trophy and big trophy, and teams that come third and fourth qualify for B. Okay, I understand the system. We have that kind of system here too. Sometimes we organize those kind of tournaments. You have the trophy, and then you have a plate cup, like a second cup in a way. But anyways, congratulations to your team, bro. Tijan Jaite team.
Doing the comments ko, doing the comments ko, even you go.
No, comment the Instagram, and unfortunately you cannot bring Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah, but especially on Facebook or YouTube, you can bring up the comments. So I have to read them out. Yeah, that's why I cannot bring it up. Yeah. Tijan team to final with the team that came out first in my group. Okay. Yeah, I get it. So yeah, congratulations. It was good to see a few Gambians, involved in that tournament. That tournament usually, some good Gambian players have come out of this Norway tournament. So we should never take it lightly. And even global football, there are some brilliant footballers who have gone through this Norwegian Cup. So you never know. So if you just keep going, bro. My league with the academy it's been wonderful. So you just keep it going. Yep. Next topic. Small battery right now, 25%. So yeah. Let's talk about the league, GFF league. assurance, Aliso FC, Sibanor, there was this big appeal that happened from Sibanor after the playoff final for the promotion to second division. And then Lulmungi caused on Chowubari, guy the appeal, like and then appeal we do appeal of course them now why they did not win the appeal. What happened? What really happened? I was keeping an eye on it, but I was not really into it. So yeah, my gonna have that space for on a wala guy, because it's been something we need to discuss. It can't be see the thing. My guy get choke, but man, week I want to see the conversation. What can you tell us about that appeal?
Well, Chama, first of all, protest la. And protest more than after that dog fine appeal.
Mhm.
Understand that? Lu happen moi game day bi si match form bi nga match form bi both RFA dañ ko dé submit to the JFB committee department.
Yeah.
Understand that? So bu gaay demé match form bi also match form bi yeb mu fa. Places and tourists in black and white. Because dañ ko dé print. Unlike Sibanor, what dañ am 30 man squad la. Unlike Sibanor 26 ñoo fa nekk. So am na three sama 27 am na three players yoo xam ne seen tour nekku fa te ñooñu ñu ngi woon si squad bi so bu gaay ñëwee confirmation fo moom mu ngay lu tax ñooy seen tour nekku fa ñu ne lii lañ receive from West Coast RFA bi understand so ci ñëwee players yi for the past 3 years yëpp ñu ngi play si team bi so si la gaay jël paper si la gaay jël pen fill in those names understand which is not ethical which is not right understand even at Manjai ñun nawetaan level sax soo defee loolu dañ la question understand dañoo feel ne there is a foul play understand so that was something that was not in line with the whole process understand so after game bi jàllee also loolu la gaay bi la di protest understand léegi problème bi du Sibanor problème bi du Aliso because Sibanor they've done what they have to do they've sent their list bi JFF ñu ngi ñii nii ñoom taal sax regional football association bi West Coast ñoo leen seen lii duplicated list la liste duplicated la understand nga def ñu seen tur so ñoom liste bi ñu am loolu lañ indi bi ka West Coast tamit ñu ngi ñoom tamit jox nañ gars yi the entire list so ñoom ñaar ñu leen doon dem back and forth ba dem to certain extent da nga gis ne RFA commission department dañ bindal letter of warning letter di woon président yi Brikama ay West Coast Regional Football Association bi man moo gisee I was like come on are these people for real how can you warn an executive member of the federation literally kooku is your superior because all the regional presidents are all executive members of the JFF. So how can you write a warning letter to your superior? More than after a few hours, Magis JFF respond with a letter. Understand? They condemn the guy there. But afterwards, the man they get a letter with John Girut, the leak. It was not published, it was leaked. Okay. So it was very controversial. It was very controversial. But in reality, ñoom ñaar kenn si ñaar ñooyu ñoo moo messed up. But it would have been very, very, very unfair. Understand that? So Sibanor woon na ñàkk a point. Man personally, understand. Man I was buying for Aliso. Man du ma toog fi du ko dama ko wax Aliso la bu mu qualify. Reason being mooy ne one ba côté lañ nekk ñun suñu zone bi Manjai zone only benn team rek moo fa nekk mooy ñu tari sax mooy Maribo te also most of these players yëpp are played in Manjai nawetaan wala nekk some of them I've coached them I know their players firsthand understand so I was trying for them to qualify because su ngay qualify dafa indi moo dafa tax suñu area Manjai area bi ñu am moo player pool ci ligue loolu moo tax maanaam bàyyi process bañu leen éegi tamit xam nga so the connection is there but in reality I think that was the right call. Because taking the corner against Sibanor it's not going to be fair because they've worked hard a lot. Where
there.
last year, then West Coast final, guy lose against Balosa. Understand? Guy know December final. Guy did that. So yeah, on that last time that.
Yeah, definitely. When I'm called, see background. So yeah, I might just go through some of the comments. You might guess. I was just looking at the names you just sent me. Palu Cham, I saw him. Hellas Verona, I guess now is a new addition there. Gambia, 19-year-old. Interesting. Hellas Verona playing in this area. So to get a 19-year-old like that, it's quite interesting. And the other Charmin, you say Iliman Charm, Kareska, Serie B as well. Whoa, interesting. I saw his name too as well. I will look them up. Thank you for those informations. I will use it. I will use it. Che, we'll see if we them join Sibanor. We them join Sibanor. They will live but you know I'm enjoying it. You know I'm enjoying it. Why don't go here is true. I think the right call was made. The right call was made. The game it was a fault from the organizers instead. So the right call has been made. Justice has been served. I would not even say justice because nearly they forgot they were hard done by. But that was not the case. It was just somebody who did not do his job up there. That was the thing, which we are very common for in the Gambia. So unfortunately, yeah. My bro G, you have a question for me. Malcolm Jeng, will he play for the Gambia? Malcolm Jeng, hope he will play for the Gambia in the future. I hope. Yeah, just like you, I hope he will play for the Gambia. But it is not looking very likely. It is not looking very likely because he is very well rated in Sweden. Very well rated in Sweden. I don't think he's far off from the Swedish national team. He's not far off the Swedish national team. It's just a matter of time. If he starts playing at start the Rams regularly, I think he will be called up for the Swedish national team. And he have a very strong affection for his country, that is Sweden. He have a very strong affection for Sweden. But you never know. So I will not say never. I will never say never. But it will be very difficult. Yeah, he's a good kid though. He's a very, very good kid. He follows the Gambia. He supports the Gambia, like you see in the video. The Gambia have actually approached him as well to come and play for the Gambia. He has not made that decision. So we have to wait and see. But he's a very good kid. Adama is there now with him, so maybe. So let's never say never. That let's never say never. Hopefully he will come play, but it will be very, very difficult. That is my take, bro. I believe for me, player of the month is Babkat Gay. Yeah, bro. I will not disagree. Well, I can't have in Sweden, so he's also saying Malcolm is possible. Yeah, I'm not ruling out the possibility. I'm not. Just thinking. If we the right people talk to him. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. If they talk to him. But the biggest challenge is not actually convincing the player. I feel it's more about like what we have. So it's difficult, but let's see. I cannot speculate on it if he will play for Gambia or not, but I will not rule it out either. Yeah, from my conversation with him, I will not rule it out. Yeah, Che. Man, nawe kalen ko def wala lan.
No, duty call la won rek.
Okay. Well, anyway, so you see misi mu ñu dem nga dem play nga dem support Sibanor. Nga bay manje. Nga bay Aliso. Yes. Assurance.
No, legi ñu lay support. Legi may Sibanor.
Legi yaa ngi Sibanor. Sirif yaa ko dégga. Mu legi mu ngi Sibanor. Yeah.
Ba xam nga Sirif foog ma ñëw because Sibanor Cham foog ma ñëw. Dem naa fa. New USB, I was there. Yeah. I was at their clubhouse. Ibrahim Kamara is a good friend. Understand? Because Yeah, Unique Global, we have a good relationship with Sibanor. Understand? Next time, give it Buyang. Almost it's not far from my mother's compound, family compound. Understand that? So Sirifo, yow ever rek waaye sam noise bëri woon na moom moo doon di lap di noise rek na ko waaj defal nanka rek
waaw
ah xam naa ne sa team la
mu
di noise
ne dafay yóbbu ay kaas ma kaas
gis naa ko wala muy noise rek ah waaye maa ngi siwaanoon Sirifo bu woon maa ngi siwaanoon waaye li nga ne siwaanoon ak fii moom Alisson la support waaw Sirifo
waa
lu ko bëgg a laaj mooy seen home match fi nga ko play is it fii nii nu mu tax fii Relegation nu mu tax sax Faraba ngeen ko play na Brikama Sirifo maa ngi laa xaar nga wax ma si comment bi Faraba ngeen a play seen home match na Brikama
yaa ngi dégg Kaaba naka my bro ji yaa ngi gis there is some promise it depends comme Kaaba nu ko waxee su right people su waxee ak gars yi xëy na they will come because Kaaba is a former Gambia international. He's now coaching in Norway. Mom la wax about team am bi KCL. Guy don't play si Norwegian Cup bu Tijanja don't play. Yeah. Nengo isi na isi Kaaba. Nako isi another day because there's more better is 10%. But nako isi another day. Then maybe we can talk about these things more. He is more hopeful than me about the prospects of Malcolm. You see from this comment, he is very close to his son. They play because they play serious. For Malcolm Joge, they play there together. So you never know. So the possibilities are there. I know Malcolm's family. I guess so the possibilities are there. They're just the right people send them through the right channels. Hopefully, we will get there. I was not the right people. I was just there to ask him the questions and then try to connect the dots between Gambia and him, and I try to put it out there to the public. That's what I was doing. So, man, I convince anybody, and that come to coach, we'll make a small plus. So, whatever I want, But how much Gambians really like him, how much they are following his progression, everybody know what he's doing and all those things. So at least, and he has been to the Gambia 3 times, so he quite know a bit. So you never know. The first new land as a country, as a federation, what are we going to offer and all those things. So it's a complicated. It's not a straightforward answer. Yeah, Sirif comment on not yet finalized. We will discuss that with the guys soon, inshallah. Okay, guys, finalize something. Yeah.
Sirif, my mom la den jogan the second division.
I have it now. Let's go to the final segment. Which is the foreign-based players. This week, I'm going to Dorsey. Big players, guy, Dorat, and the Devils had clubs. He door the score yesterday. I'm going to Toby Yepkala, young for middays. Brace and BQ who score for Brighton against with the new number and all that. Mamadou Bajo Sabaji Sastabi, he made the move finally. Move Bini. When I go it's been it's because you cannot expect move and be earlier in the season. So you're gonna agent be the different move with them. So it's been tough on both sides, and I can imagine on the player side as well. You're young expecting now because he said bye-bye when the season ended. He said bye-bye to his club, and then season starts now, and he's playing for them in the first game of the season. Imagine you already send your buys to your teammates already, and then you are back 2 months later playing for the club. So it was tough on all sides. So that's why I would say kudos to the agency side, and also the player for being patient and ignore the noise, and then they just go about their business. But yeah, it's move happen, and he's going to a big club, Belgrade. Red Star Belgrade is a huge club. Regular is in the Champions League, and hopefully they will be there again this season. I think they have to play the playoffs, if I'm not wrong. They have to play the playoffs to get there. But Minty. Adam Matamit, yesterday he made a wonderful assist. I was watching their game. First half again, go play wing B. And I could could be able to get him problem go play wing B. And the second half, he go get the central. He was, non Japanese. I was watching that game. Ali saw Tamit, Maneko Mom Tamit, he's back, signed a new contract and the score goals. Alaji Wali made mention debut yesterday. A lot of Gambian, things are getting busy again. especially on the foreign-based front. Yeah, Yakuba Minte, new number, which with new sense of motivation, I would say, or increased motivation and be that brace yesterday. It's not good.
It's not goal, Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
I think dafa mel ni dafa am ku ma jox dafa am vibe bu ma jox dimba
ban vibe la jox.
waaye bugguma ko fee wax ba su ma ko waxee da ngaa kontaan bugguma yow ngay kontaan si beneen boor bi mu nga jox moo sala vibes wax dëgg ne yàlla xam nga di wee nu mu composé boppam xam nga because yaa ngi ko mite soo amee lii dooleem la waaye su ko amee da ngay gis iga bi ak yaakamtu bi si moom ak pare koo def wane ne li lay def si waaye xoolal góol si nga ko tam su ko def dafa ibi yaramam bi mun a def spin bi waaye yaa ngi see dimba dafa push boobu naka rek place ko understand nga which is showing he's growing understand nga he'll be there te man this scene is very very important for him for his career this scene because last scene was a scene boo xam ne dafa ñëw rek comme team soo ñëwee si first division your first option mooy priority mooy pour ñu stay si division bi léegi nag second year bi nag nga seet ne progressé so this year is a year boo xam ne sort of progress understand go to the next level wax naa ko so many big teams are looking for player of his position especially a team like Liverpool Salah needs a replacement yaa ngi ko mel am na benn edge over so many players mooy one the coach knows him the coach him at Liverpool coach na ko at Feyenoord understand he's now in the Premiership and he has proved and he has a good first scene so imagine yaa ngi ko mel comme last time Chama if he gets 20 goal involvement this scene for sure he will make that big move léegi nii gis naa ne son tamit génn na Tottenham it's another place ne mun na faa dem because only Kulusevski laa fa gis foofu noonu understand so
Tottenham they sign Kudus Ghana
waa sànni ko waaye Kudus moom mun naa play number 10 also because gis naa ne kii sax mu ngi gaañu ma Balisil mu ngi gaañu tey and the injury looks bad understand so they need a squad so the opportunities are there even at United understand kenn xamut so the chances are there for him so this season moom dafa nekk si moom ne dafa war a génn
te nix mu la laajte de kam sa ban kan sa daal bàyyi ko na ban commentam bi mu ne ci Chama I was coaching at Gibbs Football Academy and we took part in the Norway Cup for the 3 consecutive years and we won all the 3 times mbaalu tay bi ñoom Hamza la ak tay bi ñoom lay soxla façon yooyu
ñoo MLJ
mas tay bi ñoom seeni Mbodj ko tay bi ñoom seeni Mbodj
ñoom MLJ la woon time boo xam naa ñoom degrees ñoom saa yi lu mu taari sax nakaraat waadi waay booy Johannes bi lu mu taari Samba Diallo Samba Diallo
ok
ñoom Samba
Bajo let's talk about Bajo boy the move what do you make of that one
kontaan rek Chama soo gisee dama de ko dafa am ñu ko doon share Chama dama yàgga bi si Euro 20 final bi after final Euro 20 bi AFCON bi ñu bëri di ko criticize suma campagne bi dama oto ne man doo bi ni ma leen kii dafa dem ma leen kii stala ay non kii nga xam ne yaakaar kii mu dara kii dafa caaj meilleur bool ma leen kii dafa dem yéen li ma gis leen ma si kii ñu ne ma dañ dem rek ñu dem si World Cup bi ñu future ko if you can remember moo leen future woon si team moo àndam bu ñu rek la fi moo leen jël interview bi def list of his biography look at his numbers ma leen gis ngeen kii ngeen ne kii dafa caaj yaa xoolal kii nu ma progressé si football bi xoolal progressé pass yu mbéy xoolal interception ak yooyu ñaa non mooy loolu nii ak nii muy dem mu ko Sénégal yi tey ma ne leen ne de baki déma ñu ne ma non dégg star la ma leen waxoon naa leen ko de ma leen dafa am fu ma gisoon xale bi waaye gis leen foofu xam nga ñun de Gambie dañ gis tey rek maa ngi gis ne ndóo bi kii mooy nekk suñu solution because war naa ko last time ma beneen vidéo lu tax tom daan follow am Gambia si football Gambia mooy bu mu ñàkkee holding midfielders te right now he is the only proper holding midfielder bu ñu am currently ab moom Ibu Adams is more of a box to box he is the only proper holding midfielder bu ñu am.
To be honest, personally, I don't like Ibu Adams being the holding midfielder, man, personally.
Wow.
So he's more box, not go ahead.
Exactly. So Mamadou Bajo mom, I think like yeah, no, no, I'm so happy. Mage seetlu benn trend si moom. Trend yi kii laa ko gis si moom. Kii nii Omar Colley. 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, 1 year.
Game
Omar Colley ni
steps.
doon def ni doon def ba aga Sampdoria. Moom tamit su waxee every year mu ngi change team. Every year mu ngi change team. And he's going to a bigger team. Understand? Don't be surprised. We play to have the Champions League.
Yeah,
Huh?
they have the
If
Champions League like playoffs to play. Yeah.
yes, if you qualify and you put in good numbers, league will likewise. Don't be surprised if this go to another bigger league. Understand that? Probably in France, Germany, he might be there. Understand that? Because he's already in the radar. French teams, I mean, interesting more. So this guy is the lead for him. And also the thing is what you do has the news why BI because I don't day when you don't what time c'est affaire bi di affaire silent bi mo to ko bu jamo should be nice na trop.
Should be.
No, Sansera. No, Sansera.
Another player who made a move, I think another big move, is Aliou Fadera. Because it's a sideways move, I would say, because he left Como and then moved to Sassuolo. Sassuolo just gained promotion to the Serie A. Momta become Bajola, I would say. He's moving every single year. Sometimes I'm gonna so say that Bajo, you mentioned Bajo, move on me. Every move boom jail like is a step up, right? So far, every move boom jail is a step up. It's not like a step level or a step down. Wow, that is the difference. But Ali Fadera is making a move every single year. I'm not saying he's going down, but Como was a team that was promoted last season. He played there and then started the season very well for them. And then in the middle of the season, he kind of, when the Senegalese guy came in, and then it was difficult for him to find minutes again. And then, at the end of the season, they decided to loan him with the option to sell him to Sassuolo, who is also getting promoted to the Serie A as well. I think he was at Belgium, Belgium, who moved to another club. That was Genk, another club in Belgium, and then he went to the Serie A. So every single season, he's also making a move. What do you make of his latest move, though?
Chama, I think in India Fates Fadera. Chama Fadera was playing regularly. If I can recall, he's the only Gambian player ever who start 19 consecutive games in a top 5 league in Europe. He was playing week in, week out. He was playing regularly.
Yeah.
Fadera do Senegal every day. Fadera mu amé red card. Sila ñaka place. Anu mu ngi fataligo am na mu straight red card.
I know. Yeah.
am na ko dégg mu ngi gaañ wala Fadera amul injury mo ko génné fofu de. Red card mu am straight red card because at some point guys they were playing 3-4-3. He was playing on the left. He was playing the left wing back. Mota sina sama team sa bu ñëwé ko bi don't play mo ko bi they don't play wing backs. Am na mu nga mo lolu.
I can remember very well. Fun day.
Understand? So loolu la nag record bu mu ko dafa football dafa funny le. Dafa funny. Understand nga? Ba pare fonaat ko mu tan ni ngi kii mu fa.
Jao.
Jao sa flank la kii la bëgg a wax. That Spanish player nekkoon Liverpool aussi Moreno left back bi.
Alberto Moreno, yeah, move na foofu noonu.
Move na fa. Understand? So basically, position bo Fadera after follow wing back. So position bo noonu xam nga soo xoolee profile kooku ak yooyu noonu xam nga loolu xam nga rek tubaab la Spanish comme says they were probably I think they played together some time in Spain xam nga so loolu dafa am impact xam nga waaye I don't think it's a bad move. The important thing mooy ne he's still within the league. Understand? Yeah, and he was playing off position during his latter stages. Como I think few times they go play position. Se karam, put the opportunity rek. Whatever Bob better as his position. Understand? Let's just meet the numbers.
Definitely the numbers. Yeah, red card boobu man mo wax digante yalla I can like kenn duma ko netali because I was I was very active when it comes to the weekend recap and all that. So I can remember that red card. Because du ma ñëw rek talk fii di what about players in London. I want to go and see what they did, watching games, look at the numbers and loolu crack into it. That red card was very disappointing from his point from his point of view. And to be honest, it cost him his position in that team. Because I can remember that red card, the way it came, it's a long time ago. The way it came, it was he was foul. Like then ko gagne, and then referee bi blow foul bi, and then mu complain si referee bi jox ko yellow card. Mu continue di complain si referee bi joxal ko benn yellow card. So it was so frustrating from a coach's point of view. Ba nga xam ne coach bi barewul ko playaat sax. Because of anga science yooyu noonu nag dafa loolu is something he can improve in as a player. Because them ko léegi sa su ñëwee si national team bi sometimes understand daf dee toppa léegi cast too much ba romba to the line understand there's a line boo dee mun a em nga mun a continuer sa game bi but that line but he's still a young player 23 years of age, so I hope he learned from that experience and then take it into the next when he has that opportunity again. Because football is a competition sport. So nyake sa place they can do noonu. Like if they're doing well, the coach you also know what a coach do and that is what happened to him. So I would say it was his kind of his own naivety bu tax ba nga xam ne ñàkk na place on sa second half si na mi demoon nu waroon a demee but we hope ne nan jàngee si experience boobu noonu and then take his football and then revive his career at Sassuolo. He's a top player. We all know he's a very, very talented player. So when he's on his game, he's almost unstoppable. Very good player. So low leng ko man low class.
Pare chama hamul Italy lupane. Italy ne ko ligu difficult pour break through ko. Te Italy so amé yena sere no so mune am 10 goals ak 5 at least am 15 goals contribution like easily nga mi ko to the top tips easily just like that mu nga play Juve, Inter, AC, Roma, Lazio easily fu nga ko fa make so man I think that man personally how much so do na so they go play field position I think it's a good move for him definitely
it's a good move
because it's all the best now.
And other players they are making waves too. It's just too much now. And I love it. Lola the one. So they may be ni man control. Like I'm so happy because it means the Gambians are doing really well, and that is what at the end of the day that is little more your dad man. Real Banjul they just sold so I like he's on loan. BI more facilitated that move more than with them Hamabi. Fortune Tamit Nakala Bakari Toure or something. A couple of players, Tamba from Fortune as well, Montame again them now. So there has been a lot of moves on happen to midweek B and the performances as well. So they may say Champions League B. There were a lot of players competing in Champions League, European Conference League B likewise, Europa League B likewise. There were tons of players competing. One in Baukat Gay, one in Silif Sinyan. They all had wonderful performances in midweek. I'm not the fat guy in the Europa like. For there been an article on that, on all the players who live in then. I did not have time to do that, but for the been I think we posted that from Po. So Kubuga read all the players who did well in midweek. Please head over there. Any other player you want to touch on? There were some debuts. Like Irajang. I think he played yesterday. He got an assist. That was also his debut actually. That was his second game.
Against his former team.
Against his former team, exactly. Against his former team.
And that game, there were so many Gambians involved in that game.
Yeah, a lot of Gambians.
John to this, just a glimpse. Dumbuya was on the bench. This boy, the team player from Team Rhino, was also on the pitch. He was playing. Iranjang was playing, but he came in the second half.
Yeah.
So I think it was good. It was good. His former team. They are mashallah. Dañ ñaan rek gaay gëna progress ak Mexico ñu séance premiership bi la liga bi ci top league ci dal xam nga bo lañu bëgg dé gis waaw loolu dañu ñaan nek ni kañ di jaajëfal tan BI bu baaxa baax Cerno Samba fanastana agency ñu jaajëfal bu baaxa baax ak man tos mo bo won tamit
Chief Scout
ak yow tamit you are playing a very very important role the whole for about group tamit team they are playing very very well also space tamit but one time award be dafa jik players understand so one time he is playing a very very important role so yeah it just have to be collective ku nek da sa wala rek Gambia lam kanam lolu gëna important
degade hala sidif mu naka naka ben bi yebu dana wadi more comments soon inshallah let the coaches continue to develop the players
no mo du ko tagangum mo dafa ngut sen bu mag mo nga sangol sen bu mag sirif Bali how was saying mo gom la. Budom Bara, he's also working very hard on the ground. Definitely, one
Yeah.
time we get it well.
Noyami is doing really well at Sarajevo. Not glad.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
follow their games, and he's doing really well. His numbers are not bad, performance they are very good, so he's doing well. Francis taming ni egal sa Sibanor Appeal. Ko taming si lohom de. Fra.
Wow, for okay.
Borong hosens. Wow.
Mm.
waaye noonu la ndànk-ndànk rek Gambia ga fu mu nekk nii macha allah fu mu nekk nii dafa am yeneen ma ne ko autorités ñoo war a level up rek su ko defee ñu mun a hit booy sa waa ji dugg si ne space affaire baa ngi jeex si
Dafa late. Kera dañoo play test match am kutu ak teamam bi.
ñu win
Dañ draw 1-1. Jona ma test nag. Am na team de. Waaye ñaari play la ma ko ñaari play waaye mu hajan.
Why? Yang madu dala de boy che boy.
Space. Nu pa
Bila chama boy. Bila tam after ma am bena era mo don dox di sa tap boy. Gisto ligla accident so ma ngay ñaasa bila. Ligla duga sinima.
Yeah.
Bila.
Alors waaye yow foog ba kon ba ñu jël nga dural ñu JFF League bi finally first division second division bi everything jeex na playoffs yëpp jeex na maybe you can sum up what really transpired yeah
Cham man naa leen bàyyi rek man ma bàyyi leen space doxal ngeen doxal
wala space doxal boobu noonu yow
wala jërë ngeen jëf
Boy dawal boy baax na
space ñu dem dural boobu man waaw
yeah come again nga
ma ne first division bi second division bi playoffs yëpp jeex nañ léegi like we know who's gonna be in the first division next season and who's gonna be in the second division so like playoffs yi naka la fa demee woon yan team a egg ak yan team ñoo ko meekut ak yooyu noonu yan big team yeah just summarize ko daal ci playoffs yi
yeah it was tough both playoffs yi second division third division bi gis nañ ne gaaf unfortunately finally relegate nañ ñoom ñoo Marimo ñii ñoo mujjee egg mooy Samga defeating gaaf 2-1 I think yeah so it was tough on gaaf side because man géejoon naa seen wàcc because football léegi comme ni ma ko waxee foog nga am structure bu taaw gis nañu institution club yëpp comme ñi ngi bàyyi seen loo gis nañu gamtal léegi amatul sax so there was a time comme tam wàcce dañ xam gaa ñi struggle likewise tam xam rek gaaf tamit wàcce ne te dafa difficult bu baax pour gars yi ñëwaat because most of their key players like 4 of their key players dañoo move away from the club to join another club li nga dafa naa desktop because ñoom team yi dikk la comme na ko ne because ay soldat lañ yeah and then again the third division time team to egg this team was Sibanor egg into the second division and then yeah I guess ak ñi tam ñoo egat mooy what's the name of the team again yeah right now so bari baxi jaas fu nekk what it was tough playoffs yëpp it went well am rek am lay caaw su am rek si diggante inas yeneen teams yi boo tax ba loolu après gars nañ ko so JFF confirm nañ team su egg team su gars yi wax ne comme ñoom ñooy compete next season si FF bi mooy both second division ak fourth division so soppi nañ ko publish nañ ko rather so wishing all of them best of luck si new season buy ñëw nii but ak team soo dañ wàcc ak team soo méeguñ ko it's gonna be tough for them especially comme ñu doon mention comme like GAF and other teams dafa am métier gars yi again pour gars ñëwaat because dañ dee gis ne kii it's a fourth division team so dafa ba relegate si suuf nga waaja dañ def pour nga ñëwaat we've seen Ports struggle a lot balaa ngaa di ñëwaat am nañ fa 3 seasons so Marimo tamit dafa difficult pour ñu keep seen place yi there's a rumor ne comme ñu ngi bëgg a jaay club bi almost 50% sax who knows how true is that so moo laa ne comme okay team dafa struggle pour ñëwaat fourth division but again they can if they keep their players because nekk team bu ndaw team bu mag la and then you control Manjai so they can waaye second division dafa bëri trop yeah but ma nga laa ñaaral di leen wish very best of luck in the second division and your team su wàcce yëpp
yeah ma ne ko seen itam ñëw na seen itam last féeri la dóor tey They go last phase. They didn't put them.
Yeah, Cham, I'm happy to be back. You know, some go that I'm with space. So yeah, happy to be back again. Just a bit tired of today, but alhamdulillah.
No, alhamdulillah. You know, wrap up in this. But we covered most of the topics and then space new with it. But otherwise, how is the off season going for you guys? Sin.
It's going well. It's going well. The boys are having a good time, and we're trying to strategize as well, so that at least we can have a better season. Because I'm sure the season is over. But the work still continues.
The work still continues. But now time by new Dorsey. Space mo ming si coach inside bi. Dah yow yang si lifin na hala di ba how send committee sales nawetan committee bi wala sini.
No.
You're just because lola ko wala ko sini for
Yeah.
So yow da ka no pale ko fu nekk di da ga jël rest.
Yeah, sure. But with the guys who went back home, I have a good relationship with them, so at least in terms of advice and all that, we chip in at least, though we are not members of the committee, but this is about yeah. So that's why Steve Dugo is from that end as well. So we have to support.
Yeah. Space naka nawetan mi nag preparation bi sa team yaa ngi taxaw
So wow, I'm on now time today is the day near bottom but the day hectic trap. Yeah, you see preparation ba ni yan nangka naman mom this time around tama step down as the head coach. Tama ba guy but tamare no japa laga lige but tama step down.
Naga step down. Lula step down.
Yeah, tama gusto it's yeah, no do sir. But I feel Ramora may current chance because I've been there as head coach for the past 4 or 5 seasons. Manara man tama may current chance to take over because one time smart job the meeting man. Jika sindik bi ak yo orang wat na wata yo so mane dafa hectic ak man naga suje again nga wa sindik bi again so dafa control down yeah so madam ba na ba ken ni take over while still mang si board bi ama dañu léegi léegi tëddee nga jàppale gars yi boo tax ma rek as a head coach moom dia bo moom joxe naa leen
more relax yeah no diga yaram mi daf di solo rest sometimes xam nga léegi brain fu nga sot ko down nga refresh nga ñëwaat it's a good idea. Yeah, man, I'm not that. Sometimes we get job every time. They can see the same cycle be all the time. That flat burnout. Yeah, well, my affair. Yeah. Why will you say the money go sawaji? Mind the same mom de. Send strike abi.
Wow, yeah.
I'd be the file if in there. I'd be am na yakar.
No, sincerely is great. The way he talks, he's confident. He's confident. I'm sure he's gotten used to the system. To the system league. So I mean, game time for and then must start the score goes. Hopefully teams they Liga will come for him, or even the English Premier League. Because the talent is already there. And honestly, this is good for our football. And I mean, Gisland Bajo has also transferred as well. Leland Bugagis, these are young players, they can play for the Scorpions next 10-15 years.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. No, come over here. Adam, the confidence level is high. His confidence level is high, and then he get more trust from the management as well this season, which also will help him. I think that he will get a lot of minutes. And last time we go play wing B. Even yesterday, I was watching their game. First half he played on the wing. I don't know. I questioned why he could play him there again. But in the second half, when he came on, played the second half in the middle, like he caused a lot of problem for these Japanese defenders. And I'm not a coach, but yesterday I'm reality check me Kini. And I know that he created a goal, and he should have scored. Small Japanese player with more higher goal, like Sekina, number 3, more higher goal. He had a chance to square the ball for Adam to finish, and then we choose to shoot. I think he's gonna have a big season this year. Very confident with his performances. And we come look away. He looks ready. Space.
So.
Boys, I get to the Ali Ferrari, Yakuba yesterday, moment with Ferrari. I'd be enjoying it.
Yeah, man, I love seeing this because it's high time like if I'm a pushing boy, showcase seen talent what am na comme ñun we can do it. It's good xam nga comme players a ngi move every time from this league bi fii dem Europe di seen pro ak pro yi naka xam tamit Europe tam ñu ngi am rek ñu ngi score banging goal ñu ngi am minutes so it's important because li leen gën a solo national team dafa war a am competition bu baax xam nga gis duñu am problem of selecting players wala comme kii ngeen gaañoo wala kii nekk fa soo kale ko wala non na ñëpp fit ñëpp am minutes am ba di am more playing time moo gën important and it's good am ba we have it that am they are banging goal si bagi stars and precision ngeen score like some ñam Binte ñoom Ali ñoom Seko Ba Cissé you name them am Alaji Walter make na debut tam Demba in the Ukraine League again Dynamo Kiev am they lost yeah one day but at least am ba it's important comme to make a deep against a team boo xam ne Dynamo Kiev xam ne comme it's a good side xam ne dañoo Champions League ak yow so it's good am rek from the JFB League nga ñëw am rek play in the top tier league so it's good for all of them yeah.
mais suma gars maa nuyu si doon Ibrahima mu ne ko hello Ibrahima nuyu neen la ak suma waay tam mu ngi si background bi ma ne ko borom biko boy bakaw
consistent Mr. Consistent.
Wow, why you one of Manchester United? but you see, when I went to visit Adama, and I want to share this story. I talked to Adama and Malcolm, right? Then I wanted to get a honest opinion because I went with an English guy. So my friend, half English, half Jamaican. So my money got the video, so I wanted to hear from him from Lumdega, see what conversation me and Malcolm even off camera, on camera. What do you think of Malcolm? Now Malcolm didn't know player Gambia just from him. Hamga. He was like it's unlikely from his point of view, but that was not the important part of his thoughts. What he said, because he's from Jamaica. Jamaica, they have similar problem as Gambia. He's English, but his mom is Jamaican, so he's more connected to Jamaica than England in a way. So he follows the Jamaican national team like religiously, like we do in the Gambia. So Jamaica, you look at players like Raheem Sterling, he was born in Jamaica. You look at players like Daniel Sturridge, these are all Jamaican descendant players, and a lot of players in England, like Antonio, when he realized he cannot play for England, he chose to play for Jamaica. Just the same problems that we have as a country in the Gambia. And there are many, many other players, Rio Ferdinand, and a lot of players in England who are very much connected. John Barnes, Liverpool, former player, they are very connected to Jamaica. They were born, most of these players were born in Jamaica, but they choose to play for England. And what he told me was sometimes you don't make us see problem, you don't make us see just see Dekabi while living be. But sometimes there's all put that figure from Senegal right now. And there's all put that figure, Mane, figure, that kind of player. Everybody outside, it look there is no player in this world who has something more than this. Like I'm a player and Senegal. In the past, they used to have these problems, right? They miss players like Patrick Vieira, Evra, all these players went to play for Senegal. But now, like these big nations, these World Cup winning nations are selecting a Senegalese player, and then Senegal call this player. The player is in that dilemma. Should I go? Should I not go? And then decide to go for Senegal. And look contribute Lulu Moneka, these big names, you guys are known, and we need to have them. So that is what he said. These are all his thoughts, not my thoughts. Like if these players like Mintis, like Adam Aboyangs, these players get themselves into that status of player. And to be honest, Yanko Minty is on the right path. Adama is on the right path. A lot of players are on the right path to that. But we really need those kind of players up there. Any player outside of Gambia, they can look up to these players and then want to play for Gambia. We need it. That is the reality. That is our reality as a country. Senegal were there, but now they have changed the narrative, and this is the narrative we need to change to convince these players. I'm not saying Malcolm is not gonna. People are asking me not if I new player Gambia. I'm not saying that if I play well, do player Gambia, but at this moment, it is more unlikely than it is likely. So, but the possibility is still there. So, Lola, I'm gonna share the thoughts yeah, to be honest. So hopefully these young players coming through, they can reach that status and. More than players, they don't want the brands. Young community, we have to increase their brand. Like, I was just watching a documentary recently about David Beckham. But David Beckham the people who they had these plans, and now Beckham is, it's huge. It's huge, and we need to brand these names because the following on them is huge. So then they want a brand. Tour bisi bo fa a brand, and then maybe we'll take a say ni lo buga yoka fofu.
Yeah, Chama, just to add to it, like I also believe in let's say the former players it, have already had the chance to represent the Gambia, playing in Europe to the highest level. I believe they should be involved, within the national team. Let's say a board of will be responsible for international matters or affairs within the football federation. Because honestly, I believe it's very important because when these young players, let's say a guy gets Najato Cisse is within the setup of the national team, they'll be like, yes, this player had played in the highest level Champions League. So sincerely, Gumna, these are things we also need to look at. Now let's say next 10, 15 years, Musa Jamano, let's say they retire, they have to be in the national team, so that these young players will look up to them.
Absolutely, I absolutely agree with that, and I can just reference a story I was telling Che 1 week or so ago about this in Japan. Just last time I was reading an article. Maeda Yoshida, who used to play for Southampton, played for Southampton. Yeah, he's currently the president of the Professional Japanese Footballers Association. So the professional footballers, they have an association. Every single professional player of Japan, be it young play, be it Japan Fini, young play outside Japan, everybody is there. Every year or every time, they select a new president to lead them, and then these mbolo moy dole. So then mbolo understand, and then this thing. Let's say I'm not going to take up this I think this mandate. Guy ñëw together gars yi set up something yoo xamante ne ñoom mun nañoo présenter seen bopp ñu mag yi ñu nekk ci suuf ak yu noonu ñu nekk ci suuf déggal ñu nekk ci kaw tamit lii ñu nekk ci suuf then su ko defee that will help our football anybody ko xam ne yaa ngi ci international professional setup bi you should be part of this. Kaba Langley, you just mentioned something. So you go here at right people. Malcolm will come to play for Gambia because his son play for Malcolm at Sirius. So Kaba is very close to Malcolm Jeng. But we have to get the right people and then the right setups in place. So I never knew Nelon was a thing. Then they am a professional footballers association. They have every time I'm a president from a player who will be the president of that.
Yeah. To add to that, so they make Ghana.
Okay,
like some former internationals, they handle that.
There you go. So it's
just to add to that. So they make Ghana, send former internationals, they handle that. They say Sami Kufo, so that they talk to them, they tell them, look, I actually played for the Black Stars of Ghana, and then I had the chance, to get to that level to play for, the top teams in Europe. So they will listen to them because of what they've achieved. So I'm going to Gambia as well. These are things we need to look at. Yeah, we wouldn't lose on this talents we have.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man dama gis ni dama feel ne comme togun rek suñ toge comme dañu comme relo amul ñaka waxtaan mo am suñ ñu amé suñ football ak suñ express comme suñ bolowé ñu tok waxtaan set the way forward of our football comme numéro bekam nañ ànd ci benn cadre waaye dafa feel ne comme suñ express ñoom tam dañ jàppasal lo feel ne comme ñoom suñ ñëwee pour associer this current effet bu fa nekk ni dafa asi lu bari seen diggante affaire bi tam dañ fii ne comme ñii ni ok bu ñëw ñëw ak liggéey ñëw wala comme ñi ngi fiil bi wala comme jàppa seen boppa daal comme ñëwuñ toog pour na waxtaan seen yow yi woo football gam si kam daal waaye ba gis ne comme suñ toogee waxtaan dañoo am lu bari am kilifa yoo xam ne comme ñoo oole ñu toog nekk express ma ne da ngeen war a ñëw ok lu mu moom soo leen contrôle football sax waa adis am ngeen amee rôle to play ne comme ñoom Sefo ñoom Jato ñoom Ziko ñoom Soxna gi ñoom Tidiane ñoom ñu si football right now ñu oote ñoom neen kay oote waa toog meeting ma ne ala dem face Kaba ñu toog waxtaan ak moom comme ñun expérience la ñun lii ak lii lañ bugga ala woon ne ku ñëw liggéey si under the effect waa at least comme lii mooy suñu idea pour lii ni comme is the way forward pour yóbbu Gambian football si kam fu naa mën nañ ko def waaye comme nañ toogul waxtaan suñu toogee nañ ànd si benn cadre yeah
men am dara wax dëgg neex yàlla so yeah brilliant ideas guys suñu gars war nañoo toog waxtaan bring like Now it's getting to numbers where we cannot control it, right? So we have to bring something that should bring all these parts together. Because da nga toog diga maa ngi nii tey ñu ma fi jox ñaari càmmeñ ñu ngi play biir Italie kenn ngi Hellas Verona man xaw ma gaay sax wala sax kenn ngi play si Serie B bi in Italy agiwu moo ko seen a couple of names yoo xam nga agiwu space. So yeah, somebody have to do something and then bring these things together. And then I think it has to come from within, from the within group right now, the group within, and then maybe the leaders they are Masi Musa Barrow, Masi Omar Koli, those leadership group in the current setup is in unique as outside, be bringing them together, and then we have something. Yeah, because it's Gambia is come I don't want to go here, one Gambia, one law. That do. So we have to work together and then see naka la ñu mëna yóbbu affaire yi kanam, guys. But Space, do you have any final thoughts you bëgg a share su ko defee ñu wrap up affaire bi ma jël seen.
Yeah, well, fana lu ma war a wax yëpp wax naa ko na man maa yow comme ni war a am suñ lig amuñ ko ba léegi fana boobu lañ war a schedule rek dañ ñu am ko ñu dala ko dur ko mu daan
week bi moom naa ko schedule week bi naa ko schedule
waaw schedule boobu xam nga rek den boobu génna si suma boobu xam nga rek den ñu I guess am at least ñu wrap up everything. But again, yeah, to be honest, it's good to be back here again. Watan and Gambian, watan si Gambian football, ngam na more Jem Kanamisi football. And like I said, seeing players are moving, signing terms on a contract and players making their debut, players scoring the preseason, which is good. I'm going sola, come over. So let them keep the momentum. Reka mbara guy focus on football. Mum so sineke fog na ambition. Reka mbara am target and yeah, wishing them all the best of luck. Yeah.
Right, City.
Yeah, Chama, well, happy to be back again, Tommy. Come get in our football that, the boys are having the chance, to get to a higher level because I believe, it is Gambia that's going to benefit. And as well, Gis now said, good job, in Japan, getting the chance to interview the boys, never important job, it's important, because the boys, Gis now, yes, at least, Gambians are behind us. So, it's important. And we'll do our best to ensure that, standards improve as well. So, they're listening or they're watching, let them continue supporting. And then, we'll continue to do our best. And inshallah, there's a lot to achieve as far as Gambian football is concerned. Thank you.
Absolutely. Wax bi rafet na bare ko kaddu yi rafet nañ suma gaay yi ko dégga jërë ngeen jëf for always supporting the Jollof Football Bantaba. If you are watching us from any of the platforms or if you are going to watch this show later, jërë ngeen jëf for always supporting. Waaye yeah ma ne ko gaay ñoo ko lu fast daw rek gaay gën koo dóor mu gën a dem. So ñu gën see jàppa affaire bi gën a dem because ni ko gaay waxee. I will just take the call from Adam again, one Gambia, one love. Let's move it together, guys. Jërë ngeen jëf. Be ben next week, inshallah. Space you on schedule affaire bi, and then we'll take it from there. Sini,
ciao. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.